In this video, we are going to see how to create this model in Rhino using Grasshopper. First, I'm gonna open Grasshopper. First, we need to create a rectangle. For that, I'm using rectangle command, and we need to give some values here. For the X, I'm gonna give 54, and for the Y, I'm gonna give 40, and the radius will be 10. Okay, now I'm gonna move this rectangle in the Z direction. So I'm using move command. Connect the rectangle to the geometry, and the motion will be Z direction. So connect the vector to the motion, and the factor will be 130. Now I'm gonna create a rectangle in between these two rectangles. For that, I'm using twin curve. Connect the rectangle to the curve A and this geometry to curve B. Now we get another rectangle in the middle of these two geometries. Okay, now I want to scale this little bit bigger. For that, I'm using scale command. Okay. Connect the geometry to the geometry, and for the center we can use area command. So connect the centroid to the center. For the factor, I'm gonna give 1.5. Connect the number slider to the factor. And now I want to rotate this. For that, I'm using rotate command. Rotate 3D. Connect the geometry to the geometry. And for the angle, I'm gonna set degrees. Then I'm gonna give some values for the angle. And center, we can use area. Connect the geometry to the geometry and the centroid to the center. And axis will be Y direction. Okay, that's fine. Now I don't need this right now, so I'm gonna hide this. For hide, you can use Control Q. And also hide these. Okay, now I want to scale these two sides. For that, I'm gonna use scale non-uniform. Connect the geometry to the geometry, and we need to give some values. For the X, I'm gonna give around 1.8, and for the Y, I'm gonna give 0.6. And the Z value will be 1.2. Okay, actually I want this rotation will be in the other side, so I'm gonna use a negative value here. Negative. Connect the number slider to the value and the result to the angle. Okay, this is what I want. Now I'm gonna hide this. Now I want to scale this a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna use scale command and connect the twin curve to the geometry, and for the center we can use area, and the factor I'm gonna give 0.5. Okay, that's fine. Now we need to connect these three rectangles into a single data. For that, I'm gonna use merge command. Merge and connect the rectangle to the data 1 and the twin curve to the data 2 and the top rectangle to the data 3. Okay, now we get the wireframe. So we can create a surface using loft command. Connect the results to the loft. Okay, now I get the base form. Now I'm gonna divide this surface into minor segments. For that, I'm gonna use isotrim command. Connect the loft to the surface. For the domain, we need to divide domain. divide domain, connect the segments to the domain and the lofted surface to this domain, and we need to give some u and v value. For the u count, I'm gonna give 25, and the v count I'm gonna give 40. Okay, now it's divided. That's cool. Okay, let's create a pattern in Rhino that will flow through this surface. For that, I'm gonna create a rectangle first. And fillet the 4 corners. Now I'm gonna create a planar surface. Let's rebuild this. And u and v count will be 3. And turn on the control points. Now I'm gonna manipulate these points. And okay, let's give some thickness for it. Give offset surface, and the distance will be 0.2. That's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna import this into Grasshopper. I'm gonna use brep. Right click on this, set one brep and set this. Now we need to apply this brep into the all over the surface. For that, I'm gonna use surface box. Surface box, connect the surface to the surface, and we have the domain. Connect the divided domain to the domain, and the height will be 0.5. Okay, now we can use box morph. Box morph. Connect the twisted box to the geometry, and this geometry and the reference will be this brep. Connect this. Okay, now it's created, but we can see this is created inside, so I'm gonna fit it. For that, I'm gonna use a negative command. Connect the number slider to the value and the result to the height. Okay, if we do that way, it will take some time, so I'm gonna disconnect this for now. Now I'm gonna scale this using Attractor point. For that, first we need to create a point and set one point. I'm gonna set it here. Okay, you can set wherever you want. Okay, now we are going to scale using Attractor point. For that, I'm gonna use closest point. Okay, connect the point to the cloud. For this point, I'm gonna use area, so we can get the centroid points. Now connect the centroid to the points. Then we need to scale this. Before that, we have to remap numbers. Connect the distance to the value, and for the source we have to give bounds. Connect the distance to the number and the domain to the source. For the target, we have to construct domain. Connect the domain to the target, and we need to give some domain start and domain end. For the start, I'm gonna use 0.4, and the end I'm gonna give 1. Now connect this. Okay, now connect the remapped numbers to the factor. and the geometry will be this surface, and we have the center point, centroid. So connect this. Okay, now we can use this point as an attractor. Now connect the geometry to the surface. Then connect the twisted box to the target. Now it's ready. Now I'm gonna bake everything. We have to bake this box morph and also this lofted surface. And before that, I'm gonna give some thickness for this lofted surface. For that, I'm using offset surface and connect the loft to the surface, so we can get some thickness for that. Also, we have to bake this offset surface. Now right click, bake, set one layer, bake this, and this also we have to bake it. Now I'm gonna bake this top of the surface. For that, first we need to create a surface. For that, I'm using boundary surface, connect the geometry to the edges and extrude it, connect the surface to the base, and the direction will be Z direction, connect the unit vector to the direction, and the factor will be 3. Okay, now I'm gonna bake this also. Okay, and one more final thing, I'm gonna extract these curves from the trimmed surface. For that, I'm using curve and connect the surface to the curve, so we can get the curves from the surface. Now I'm gonna give some thickness for that using pipe command, and the radius will be 0.2. Now connect the curve to the curve. Okay, right click on the pipe and bake it. That's it, our model is completed now.